excited about.
My Cha-Cha.
Yes,
for reasons we will discuss later.
She was featured as well.
My Cha-Cha is in the New York Times today.
Oh, really?
There is a wonderful review of my book, and it's by a writer whom I now love, named Janet Maslin, who's a very, very good and discerning writer for the New York Times, and she reviewed my book.
Is this the book, Barbara?
It just so happened. First time we've shown it.
Audition. Is it on sale, what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the publication date.
It comes out tomorrow. You've got to get this book.
It's a great Mother's Day gift. Just dropping a major hint there, okay?
That's right.
Look at the back. Because there's no picture in the front.
Well, that is not Cha-Cha. That is you.
You know where that was taken, Joy?
That was at the Emmys.
At the Emmys. And I didn't even know they had it. Isn't it a great picture?
That is excellent.
One thing inside the book.
Look how skinny Barbara looks.
She is skinny.
In this book, I wanted to show everybody.
Her fat ever.
No, but that picture, she looks particularly.
I'm taking the cover off because you had done this too, but this is not even everybody that Barbara has interviewed. I mean, look at all these names in here. It's just, I think that is extraordinary.
And it's so organized because when you read the book, it's like she organizes into what your
Well, there's a lot of very personal. So we'll talk about it later. And there'll be very personal stuff about my sister and my father and murderers and heads of state. So Oprah, I guess it either leaked or whatever about my
affair. Tell it, Barbara.
This is one that I love.
She stole a man.
Well, so you're getting a lot. I'm trying to clean it up. You're getting a lot of.
There's nothing dirty about it.
No, it's not dirty. But you have to
tells
say.
Me it even reached the Bangor News.
But you are Barbara Walters, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but you were the last person in the world that I would associate having this hot, deep. Dark relation. No, that didn't surprise me. That didn't surprise me. But because when I think of Barbara, when I used to think of Barbara, when I didn't know her as well, I just thought of her as the person who, broke down all these barriers. She's the woman who does what she has to do, and you don't think of her attached to anybody, except you'll see her with a man in a picture, but they never identify him.
Where did you read this book?
Oh, I read the book.
Yeah.
But I never pictured it. I read the chapter. I was sitting there, and I was like, "Whoa, this is not." You had a steamy
Page Turner. Page Turner.
No, that's small.
It wasn't
So how would you
You wouldn't describe it as steamy, Barbara.
It was intense. It was
Intense and steamy.
It was steamy.
I will talk about it more at another time.
That's another day.
Because I do talk about it a lot tomorrow with Oprah, and I don't want to give too much
Tell it
away.
to the View audience before you tell Oprah. Give us a little hint. Just a little
I think the reason you're surprised is that people think of me in general as being sort of square and priggish, as you said, that I had no private life. This was almost 30 years ago, and I had a relationship with a African-American married man who was the first and brilliant man, and very much alive, the first African-American senator. And his name was Edward W. Brooke.
Yes.
And nobody knew about it, but it was beginning to leak out. And by the way, I have heard, they said, oh, she never, told him. I did. I wrote to him because, and told him that I was going to be doing this, and he wrote back.
My goodness.
In
writing about it, did it stir up any feelings again?
The reason that I wrote about it was not because oh my goodness, aren't you going to be surprised?
Right.
But it was at a particular period when, had it come out, and it was just when I was leaving NBC for ABC, the times have changed so. It would have ruined my career and his, and there's more to the story about it, which I'm not going to go into.
You're going to tell us in a couple of days,
But I felt, this book is very personal.
It is.
It's personal about my sister, it's personal about my daughter, it's personal, and everything.
Yes.
And I thought, if I'm going to tell the story, I'm going to tell the whole story. Now, if you take it out and just talk about it, Joy is loving it.
You know why, Barbara? Because what was it, in the 60s or 70s this happened?
This was in 74 or 5,
Okay,
6,
you were
something.
not on my radar at all.
No, you weren't born.
But I knew about him, and I was in New York, and he was in Massachusetts, because he was married to an Italian woman.
Oh, yes,
And
he
so my
was.
family was like, this senator, he's got a Sicilian wife. That's how they always know who's Italian. You know,
So
no
they're
matter
mad
where
at-
they are,
so
they know
they're
they're
mad at me.
Italian. Yeah. My Aunt Julie, she'll go, so-and-so is half Italian. I say, really? How do you know? I saw it in People magazine. She knows everybody who's Italian. So we knew this whole story, but I didn't know you were in it. Little did I know that my road would take you to you, take me to you.
Well, there's more to come.
Well, congratulations on all of the press that's coming with the book, because it's a fantastic book, and we're all really glad that it's finally coming out, and you're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. And congratulations to the winner of the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, yeah.
Big Brown. I love saying that. Big Brown.
You want us to call you that?
Yes, from now on, I will be Big Brown. And our hearts go out to the owners of the second place horse, 8 Bells, who was euthanized after breaking both ankles, and she had to be put down. But there's more on that when we come back. But we'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Big Brown.